Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to the Unlock English podcast, the show that makes learning English fun, practical, and a little bit weird. I'm Quinn.
And I'm Miley. And today, we're answering a question that every English learner has asked at some point. Why do I forget English words so fast?
Oh yeah, you learn a new word, feel super smart for like 10 seconds, and then poof, it's gone.
It's frustrating, right? You know you studied it, but when you actually need to use it, your brain goes blank.
It's like my fridge. I know I bought cheese, but where did it go?
Exactly. But don't worry. We're going to explain why this happens, and more importantly, how you can actually remember words for good.
And don't worry, no boring memory tricks. Just fun, practical ways to make English words stick in your brain.
So let's get into it. All right, first question. Why do we forget English words so fast?
It's not because we're bad at languages, it's just how our brains work. Let's look at the main reasons. 1. The brain deletes useless information.
Our brain is like a super efficient cleaner. It removes information we don't use often.
Right. If you hear a word once and never use it again, your brain just goes, not important. Delete.
This is why memorizing long vocabulary lists doesn't work. You have to actually use the words to keep them.
2. We learn words in isolation. A lot of people try to learn words by memorizing single words instead of phrases.
Right. If you only memorize procrastinate as a word, you'll probably forget it. But if you learn it in a phrase like, I always procrastinate when I have to study, you're much more likely to remember it.
3. We don't have enough repetition. This is a fun fact. Research shows you need to see a word at least 7 times to really remember it.
So, if you only see a word once in a textbook and never use it again, your brain won't keep it.
4th, stress blocks memory. Have you ever forgotten a word right when you need it the most? Like in the middle of a conversation?
All the time. That's because when we're nervous, our brain focuses on not embarrassing ourselves instead of remembering words.
Basically, anxiety steals your vocabulary.
But don't worry, we have solutions. Now, for the fun part, how do we make English words stick in our brains for good?
Because let's be real. Nobody wants to feel like they're learning words just to forget them the next day.
Right? So let's go over some powerful memory tricks that will actually work.
1. Use it or lose it. Think of your brain like your phone storage. If you never open an app, your phone suggests deleting it. Your brain does the same with words.
So, trick your brain into thinking a word is super important by using it a lot. Challenge. Use a new word 5 times in one day. Text it, say it, write it, anything.
Let's say you learn the word breathtaking. How can you actually make it stick? Example 1. Text your friend, "This sunset is breathtaking." 2. Say it out loud, "Wow, that view is breathtaking." 3rd comment on YouTube, "What a breathtaking performance." 4. Write it in a journal. "Today I saw a breathtaking dress in a store." 5. Tell yourself in the mirror, "Damn, I look breathtaking today."
Haha, okay, confidence boost.
The more you use it, the harder it is to forget.
2. Learn phrases, not just words. Instead of memorizing single words, learn them in real-life phrases.
Because let's be honest, when was the last time you used the word appointment just by itself?
Never. But you do say, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Challenge. Every time you learn a new word, write 3 full sentences with it. Example with appointment. I need to schedule an appointment with my dentist. Or, my appointment is at 3 p.m. Or, can I reschedule my appointment for next week?
This way, when you need the word, your brain already knows how to use it.
3. Connect words to emotions. Our brains love emotions. We remember embarrassing, funny, or exciting moments way better than boring facts.
Oh yeah, that's why I still remember the time I accidentally called my teacher Mom.
That's perfect. If you connect a new word to a funny or strong emotional experience, you'll never forget it. Example: learning the word delicious. Think of the best meal you've ever had. Or learning embarrassed. Remember that time you tripped in front of a crowd.
The stronger the emotion, the stronger the memory.
4. Make it fun. Boring study equals forgettable words. Fun learning equals words that stick. Here's a fun ways to remember words. Watch TV shows and movies with subtitles. Sing along to English songs. Play word games. Scrabble, crossword puzzles. Wordle. And use flashcards with funny images.
The crazier and funnier, the better. If a picture makes you laugh, you'll never forget it. Example, for the word bald, imagine a bald eagle with no feathers. Now you'll never forget what bald means.
Okay, let's say you're in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly, poof, you forget a word. What do?
First, don't panic. We've got quick fixes to help you keep the conversation going.
Use a similar word. If you forget a word, don't stop. Just find another way to say it. Example: can't remember refrigerator? Say, the big cold box in the kitchen. Forget exhausted? Just say, really, really tired.
People will still understand you.
Another trick: describe the word instead of getting stuck. Example: forget umbrella. Say, the thing you use when it rains. Forget fire extinguisher. Say, the red thing that stops fire.
This actually helps you learn. Your brain will work harder to retrieve the word next time.
Next, use gestures. If you can't remember the word, act it out. Example: forget phone. Pretend to call someone. Forget drink. Pretend to drink from a cup.
70% of communication is nonverbal, so use your hands.
The last trick: stay calm. If you panic, your brain freezes up. So relax, take a second, and the word will usually come back.
It's like when you forget a name. Then 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, it was Steve. Pro tip: if you forget a word, just keep talking. The more you practice, the less this will happen.
So if you keep forgetting words, don't worry, it's normal.
Just remember, use new words as much as possible. Learn phrases, not just words. Connect words to emotions and fun experiences, and don't panic if you forget. Keep going.
And here's a quote to keep you motivated. The best way to remember a word is to make it part of your life.
So don't just study English, live it.
And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and subscribe for more fun English tips.
See you next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep having fun.